Hello, everybody, and welcome to my new video. I hope you've all been fantastic. Hope you've had a really, really lovely summer. And I am back, and I would like to, drum roll please, introduce you to my new book, published on the weekend. We are not here to fuck spiders. Excuse my language. And I am so excited to introduce this to you. It's been something I've been working on for a little while, and it started as I progressed through the treatments that I've previously described on my channel and been through all of my blogs and things. And it was really inspired by I went to, and I know I've described this before, but I went to a spiritualist church and I go fortnightly. And I'd been thinking that I'd sort of wanted to really, get my voice out there. And by doing this YouTube and by, putting my blogs out on my website and talking about things that have been difficult and the struggles that I have overcome and how I've used that to really, move forward in my life and make it a positive experience. And I wanted to get that message out there. So I went along to church and a message came through from my grandparents, and I knew immediately it was them because they described their back garden and they talked to me and gave me a bit of a slap about my recent road fines. Anyway, what the message was that came through from grandma was, or from my granny, was that I should be publishing. And it should be from the stuff that I'd already written. So I took that. I thought, right, okay, well, what I'm going to do is take my blog and use the experiences that I've been through and elaborate further on them and add further things into it, because I think it's quite relatable across, different people, different areas, different continents, but different parts of the globe. A lot of, stuff that I've experienced in my life would hopefully resonate with people. And it gives you then the ability to sort of see that, as we go through these experiences and as we, as human beings, take on board all of the journeys that we have, that it's okay to turn those experiences into positive things. And that's certainly what I've tried to do in my life. And a lot of the negative experiences that I have turned around into something very, very positive, which means that you're living intentionally, and it means that you've got the ability to, go out into the world and say, guess what, I've got something to offer, even though I never thought I had, or I'm not acting in the way society thinks I should, or I'm not doing everything that should be prescribed. It's my life and I'm living it the way that I want to, and I'm okay with that. And I'm not dictated to by any expectations other than my own, because I now have the confidence to be able to do it. So this book really is all about that, and giving a voice to, people who feel like they've been unseen and unheard, or that they don't matter, or that they've been bullied, or, that, you're sort of going through life and thinking, well, what else is there? I think, it sort of resonates quite deeply on those sorts of levels. But again, as I said, I leverage a lot of my childhood trauma. I leverage a lot of the stuff that I've been through in my teenage years, right through to my adulthood, including a near-death experience that I had, of which was a very, very traumatic and terrible time, both in my life and my family's life. And on the back of that, the good things that came out of that, including, completely starting my life over and starting afresh and having to make a brand new start in various different locations, and how treating that as something great to move forward. So I'm very excited. It's currently published on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And I'm looking at perhaps putting it on a couple of other platforms as well. And again, I just hope that it allows you to be able to think that, whatever I'm going through, whether it's, grief or trauma or, IVF setbacks or, infertility or being child free. Again, I discuss that in my book. It's your journey and it's unique to you, and you have to use those experiences for personal growth, because that's why we're here on this planet, to, grow mentally, spiritually, physically, all of these things. And I think that you can take a lot of lessons from all of this. And I hope that by me putting it all out there, and it's very raw, it's very real, it's completely, none of it is made up. It's just completely uniquely my experiences. And at the end of the day, I'm just a normal person. I don't necessarily think that, I'm anyone special, or I'm not a celebrity or anything like that. I'm just a human who has human experiences and have used those experiences to be able to hopefully better myself, and be able to spread a lot of joy and a lot of love out there in the world. So anyway, it would be wonderful for anyone out there who has ever experienced anything like this, or whether you've got an interest in in this sort of topic or anything, please go on and have a look. I'd love you to get a copy. Again, it says it's a lot about me, so you'll find out a lot about my personal experiences, but also hopefully it just gives a voice to you to think, do you know what, I'm not alone in this process, and people have been through it before, and it will actually be okay. I will be okay. And you can use it to really move forward in your life and make a positive impact. So I hope that anyone seeing this, I would love to hear from you. If you go and get yourself a copy and read it, I'd love to hear your comments. Again, this is part of my growth journey, and it's my first book and I'm excited, but I'm not infallible, and I completely understand that, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but that's fine. And I welcome having a discussion on all of that. So if you are so inclined, it would be fantastic. You can get it on Kindle version as well as the paperback version. So go onto Amazon, have a look. I'll put some links in the description. And I really hope that it would really resonate with you. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day. I will be back on this YouTube channel more frequently now that things are sort of starting to move, and I will see you all again soon. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah!